Uh, Hi everyone. Okay, I will prepare first the listings here for the draw. I will just add the names here in the roulette so you see I'm not cheating and putting I don't know, doing something illegal, I guess. The Furry, Boca Juniors, River Plate, Nirvana. I think P-Set isn't there yet. Okay, there are. Who is missing? Okay, Srezena Zvezda. Okay, let me share the stream for everyone. Oh, for everyone. Okay. Okay. Okay, I think I send it to the most important ones. Okay, I think I'm ready now. Okay, okay. So the teams missing are, let me check. Okay, SSB is missing here. Or more antis maybe? No. Kajma, Soa, and oh, Iberia. Okay. So with that we have Elfims ready. We will take a look here first. Here we have the two Central American teams. Here we have an Indonesian slash Asian team. Here we have the African team, Turkish team, the two EL teams or EEA. I don't know their name now. The Old Shark replaced the EML team since the league died, and the EL will have two spots. Entities from EL as well, but they are here because they won the Champions League. Then we have here the Chilean representant, the Brazilian League representant. Here we have the Libertadores winners that are from the Brazilian League. Here we have the Argentinian winners, the Balkan community representatives, the Serie A representatives, the Polish League representatives, and the last EMA winners and the EMA winners. So let's now start. I think it's here. Okay, yeah, it's here. Here it's the format. We have team one, team two, team three, team four. So not the team one versus the team two automatically, and then we change for this side. And let's start. So the first team will be maybe the underdogs. That it's Nirvana. Oh, uh, Nirvana here with the first spot. They did really bad in the World Cup, so let's see how they will perform now. It was in Mumble 3, so maybe that's why they didn't perform so well. Now let's see from the other side. No, in the other on the quarterfinals now. So in the I don't know how this bracket, the second bracket here. So here now the team that will play against Nirvana and it's Flow from from Central America. Okay, here in in interesting game. Maybe two of two the two most weak teams I would say from the last World Cup experiences. Central America and Asia didn't do really well, so I'm expecting them to not perform again so well in this tournament. But let's see. One of them will go to the quarterfinals. And now playing against Soa, we will have the other Mexican team, P7 from Paris, and I don't remember the others. But an interesting team. They play sometimes in Europe, and do quite well in Europe, so they can be an interesting team to play against. Now we'll have the Africans from Kashmir representing ESA, an old Premier League team as well. Maybe another team that is not expected to go very far in the competition. Now maybe the favorites to win, that is Antis, three times EL winners in a row, Champions League winners in 2025. They have been performing very well. They lost Shaggy, which was their main striker, and that affected them. Mm. They lost some games in MML against Canelas and Snake Gaming after losing Shaggy, but they are still strong. And now playing against Kazma, we have the Balkan team from Balu. Okay, let me just put the name. Maybe just the first name. From now, no team from South America yet. Okay, interesting, interesting. Let's see. And now the actual first place from EL. They are currently unbeaten, and I think they have only wins. I think they have 9 games and 9 wins in EL, with an interesting Russian squad. They are the most Russian side from the CIS communities because Next and Antis are Ukrainian, and these ones are actually Russian. Okay, and we have here the upper side decided some good games already. And let's see the last 8. Now we are from the first South American team from Chile. We have Iberia. Interesting thing, I never saw them playing. Even in the World Cup, I didn't actually know how Chile played. I saw they went quite how do I say quite far in the Copa America. I think they reached semifinals or final. I don't know. So they are theoretically not weak. And now we have Fimos, another South American team, maybe the best South American team and one of the favorites for the tournament. They won a non-official World Cup against Spider 2 years ago, so they are maybe one of the strongest teams in a tournament. Here, Boca Juniors may be one of the weakest teams here, representing a not as strong league currently after some episodes, but think they can still do some danger. I don't know. They have a strong player in Aize and MXZ and Manga. And Canelas, okay, Canelas Fimos. There was already some fire in the chat between these two teams. So let's see. They will play very early. This was probably an anticipated final because I think Fimos, Canelas, Entis, and maybe River Plate are the favorite teams to win. So this can be an actual anticipated final. Canelas was dominating the MML before it ended. So we can really have a good game here. And now the Libertadores winners, the Furry, the first team in the last set of games. Where are they? The Furry. Okay, and now on the other bracket next, the Ukrainian side. They are a little stronger now that they have Jagi, that is maybe the best striker in the CIS community. Let's see how can they perform. And now it's either SSV or River Plate. So let's see. SSP was really dominant in the last seasons in M and in the national competitions. And okay, and they will play against the Furry. Okay, interesting game. Another anticipated final, maybe. See, I think the Furry will could get really further, but SSP is one of the favorites as well. So true favorites here. And now next we'll play against River Plate, which will be another interesting game. The Argentinian community against the Ukrainian community. And here it is, the final World Cup draw. River Plate. I will ask anyone if they want to join in and comment. I know there is stream, comentar. If anyone wants to comment and do the prediction, you have to mention me. I will do my own prediction here, really quick. I will just save this one and final draw prediction one. Okay, I will do my prediction here right now. I know I can be influenced by being an European, but here I do think Nirvana can surprise. I saw some of their clips. They are a little better from the last World Cup, so I think they can surprise and play and surpass here the first round against Flow. Here in SOA P7, I think SOA will win. SOA is a really strong Turkish team. Then SOA will win against Nirvana, and this is my prediction for this side. Here we will have Iberia winning against Boca Juniors. I think here I will be maybe Clovis, but I will say Canelos will win. And Canelos will win against Iberia with no real problems. Here the hardest game is against Fimos. Um, Here in the upper bracket, I think we will have an Kazma win. The African chemistry will affect here. Then in Old Shark against Ant is usually a very good game. With Ant is not as strong, and with this side with a really good chemistry, I think Old Shark can have a good fight, but I think Antis will eventually win and will win against Karma with not big problems. Then here in the lower side, I think SSP will win the Furry because SSP is doing really well, and River Plate will win against Next. And I think River Plate can advance to the semifinals here. Here I think the final will be between Canelas and Antis. I think Canelas will have a hard game against Soa, but in prior matches this season, they already managed to beat them. So I think they can do it again. And Antis against River Plate, it's a game that I can't really predict. But I will say Antis because they were maybe the best team in Europe before Jaggi left. And now, maybe not as strong, but they have Yatar now. That is a very strong player, so they can still do some danger. Now I will see if is there someone. Okay, I don't think there is anyone interesting in commenting. So I will just finish the draw, and that's it.